Don't look at the camera. 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 Shit. Hello and welcome back to the channel. I did say in the last video that I wanted to be up the coast, and I so wanted to be up the coast today. Not least because of the weather forecast that said it was going to be wall-to-wall sunshine, blue skies all the way, but as usual they get it wrong. But anyway, heading out of Mourne, I was just in a queue that just looked to be going on forever, so I just couldn't be bothered going up. And besides that, I've seen a couple of videos last week of the kind of busyness, if you like. It was just mental up the coast. So turned to come back and decided to come down to the Mournes. Took a chance to come back down to the usual haunt in the Mournes. And as luck would have it, I have the whole woods to myself. Not a ghetto blaster in sight. Jerry. So yeah, very silent conditions here. It's actually raining a little bit at the minute, but it's that sort of fine mizzly rain, which I think it'll blow over soon enough. But at the same time, because of the lack of wind beside the water, the midges are out in abundance. But I have the little citronella, hello crow. I have the little citronella candle on the go, and I have my jungle mixture formula spray, DDT for short, just to spray over myself. And I've already done that there. It seems to be doing the trick. I can see them, I can hear them, but they're not biting me. Yay! So anyway, I'll give you a quick look around camp, and I'll talk to you shortly. So, nice wee spot. Wiseport 75 litre reindeer in dark camo, nice bag. The absolutely essential dead skull of a sheep, the looks of things. So in the Abisko Lightweight 1 Fjallraven, really starting to warm to this little tent. So practical, and bags of room for a one-man tent. You have a nice vestibule here for gear, and you have a nice vestibule on the other side for gear. You have the, well, I'll just turn this up a wee bit to see. There we go. So Corinthian Defence 4, which is complete overkill tonight, and the OEX Traverse IMX sleeping mat. See the Summit pillow and the little citronella Yucca candle, just to keep them from accumulating in the tent. But yeah, I love this wee tent. I'm really taking a big shine to it. Some cooking gear. I have the little, I'll be on the meth stove tonight, so I have a little, it's the little Firebox Mini, but I have, and it fits the Trangia stove, meth stove, just the alcohol stove, just fits perfectly in there. We supply of meths, pot, frying pan, we fire starter kit. I don't know whether to put a fire on tonight or not, because it's very dry conditions, even though it's raining. I think it's actually stopped raining now. And the little teapot that has seen quite a few adventures. So I'm actually feeling a little peckish now, and what I will do is I'll get some scran on the go, and I'll talk to you soon. I'll give you a quick look around. So it's quite an odd shape, this wee tent, like a sort of a geodetic type, but whatever way they have designed it, it gives you loads of room. You squirt around there. Yeah, great wee tent, really liking it. So I'm afraid there's no gourmet cooking tonight, Ben. The sooner you get out, lad, the better. So this basically just chopped up some pork sausages, fried them up in the pan, and just letting some cheesy broccoli pasta boil up. When it reduces, I'll mix the two of them together for supper. But yeah, I suppose it's a wee bit better than the way for our meals, the boil in the bag jobbies are actually very, very good. They're kind of on the expensive side, like a fiver a pouch. They are tasty now, I must admit now, some of them. But yeah, so Ben, I'll give Mickey Blue Eyes the nod, and for when you're ready to head out, we'll get a couple of big steaks done. Just waiting for the sausages to finally sizzle, and I'll mix the two together, and we'll have our supper and a couple of vinos. Now just a matter of pouring the pasta into the bowl. And mixing the sausages in. Like so. It's not really Gordon Ramsay, but it's a rather tasty forest scran. Just some jammy red roux. Complements absolutely every single dish in the world. Cheers, I'm going to get this tucked into me. I'll get back to you shortly. So it's actually started to rain, and it's actually raining quite heavily. That was certainly not in the forecast. I'll tell you, it is very thundery. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a bit of thunder and lightning later, which is excellent. I love a good thunder and lightning storm. Strange thing, but just as I was doing up the dishes there, and before the rain came on there, I heard what I thought was an old woman wailing. It sounds a bit strange, but it could possibly be a barn owl, but I have not seen a barn owl down here in many a year. So my money's on an old woman lost in the woods, possibly. So it's nice just sitting inside here, dry and snug, listening to the rain on the tent. So I think I'll just pour myself another wine, and maybe read a page or two of a couple of books. Maybe read a page of a book, maybe. It's definitely a reading evening. It's certainly not a watching movies or listening to music. Nature is the music. The rain is the music. The bird song is the music. That's complete silence at the minute. As if they're waiting on some kind of impending doom. I think maybe that old woman screeching or wailing has maybe sent all manner of beasts scurrying for cover. But I do attract things like that. All par for the course. Yeah, so it's very dark, very warm and clammy, and there's definitely going to be some thunder later, no doubt about it. You can almost sense it, smell it in the air. Right, time for another glass of wine, or sorry, cuxa of wine. Certainly sounds as if that rain is on for a little while, but it'll not bother me too much. That's my ghetto blaster. Cheers. Ah, good stuff. Yeah, sounds it could be on for the night. Very, very clammy, very close. Very, very close. I suppose it leads me to the question I ask a lot of people. Would you rather be at a wild camp trying to stay warm? In other words, you're in a hot tent, you're a lavoo or a smoky hut with the wood burning stove, and you're trying to stay warm, huddled around the fire. That lends itself a whole ambience to itself, doesn't it? You know, snug as a bug, freezing, maybe raining, blowing, howling, a hoolie outside. You're sitting nice and warm in your tent. Or would you rather be trying to stay cool at a camp where it's absolutely roasting and you're maybe in t-shirt and so, okay, granted we don't get that much in Ireland of those sort of conditions, but we do get them, you know. And for me personally, I think I would rather be at a camp trying to stay warm as opposed to trying to cool down. Not least because of the ambience, you know, of being huddled around the campfire, wood burning stove in the tent, you know, and you're sitting there, t-shirt on, it's maybe howling outside, and snowing and freezing. You're nice and warm and snug. Yeah, the summer camping, I suppose, does have its advantages, you know. You sit. Well, you're not going to sit and huddle around the campfire because it's too warm, you know. What are your views? What do you think? What would you rather be? Trying to stay cold or trying to stay warm in the winter, or trying to stay cool in the summer? Yeah. I remember when I was in Australia, in the outback, way up north, the Northern Territory. Oh man, I don't think I ever experienced heat like that. Well, I know I haven't experienced heat like that. It was just 42, 43, 44. It was just melting. Absolutely melting. It was. You would need a good month or two to actually acclimatise to that sort of heat, and even at that, you're not really ever going to get used to it, I think. Just too hot. And at night it was just the other extreme. It sort of get really, really cold. But you had that sort of phase in between the hot and going into the cool where you were actually for a couple of hours okay. But yeah, looks like I'm vlogging from inside the tent tonight for the simple reason it's raining. I quite like sitting in the tent in the rain. In fact, it's such a relaxing noise. Such a relaxing sound. Bad choice of words there. Yeah, I think it sounds great. drips coming in there. Simple reason I haven't got the little awning extended far enough, it's just coming straight down. It's not actually coming inside the tent, it's just in the foyer, in the vestibule. Yeah. So last week in August, first week in September, I'm for Scotland. I'll be in Edinburgh for a wedding, son's wedding, youngest son's wedding. And then I'm heading to the Highlands and Islands, and hopefully I'm going to try and get up Shore and Musgree, some of the best views in the whole of the islands, overlooking the Black Cuillin mountain range. So you basically make your way to Elgol on the Isle of Skye, get a ferry over to Kursk, and make your ascent up to Shore Nasgree, and battle the midges. I believe the Scottish midges are worse than ours. That's saying something. Well, I meant to show you the stuff that I have been using that has jungle formula. Great stuff. It has been all around me, and the fickers have not come near me. And this wee candle going just for the fuck. It's warm too. Take two. Yeah. That was a schoolboy error, wasn't it? You left the... Right, I'll have to edit that out. But yeah, a citronella candle, it keeps them away from the entrance as well. So unless anything strange or startling happens in the middle of the night, or anything supernatural, I will bid you good night, and I'll see you in the morning. I'm just going to cozy up here and read a book. Maybe even read some poetry. Good night. See you in the morning. Good morning, glampers. Slept well during the night. Bit of rain, alright, so there was. It was nice just falling asleep to the pitter patter of the rain on the side of the tent. Really, really nice to listen to. It just sings a lullaby. Fine morning this morning. A little bit fresher than yesterday. Light breeze, keep those wee demonic spawn from hell away. Although I have my DDT on. So I'm going to get wired in here, get a coffee, and cook up some sausage and bacon for brekkie, and see what we're going to do for the rest of the day. That's another one over. There's a spin round. Such a great wee spot, very peaceful and tranquil. Wee tent there. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. Hope somebody found it useful or helpful or entertaining in some shape or form, or just a while away, half an hour. I'm going to pack up now, maybe take a dander in Newcastle, have a look around, take a strollette along the beach, see what the tide's doing. So yeah, look after yourselves, look after each other. God bless. I'll see you on the next one. Again, if you have just stumbled upon this through your recommendations or your browse features on your social media, don't be afraid to subscribe. What's the worst that can happen? Thanks very much. See you later.